Hi, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to my living room. How are you? I hope everybody's okay. I wanted to come on today and I thought we would just kind of have a fireside chat in July. How does that sound? Just cover a few topics, a few thoughts and things that were on my mind, and let you know what's been happening with me and where everything is, and just kind of catch up. So if you have any thoughts and anything that you want to share that's been going on with you, please share in the comments. I'd like to know where things are in your life as well. So let's see. I remember the last time I chatted with you, it was over the bras. And so a couple of you asked for information for that. And I have been lax in getting that to you. So I apologize, but I will get that out to you today or tomorrow. They have a Zoom coming up Thursday. I don't know what date that is, the 9th maybe, July 9th. And so I'll get you information for that. And I'm really loving mine. I don't have enough to wear them every day. I've only got 3, and the way you have to rotate them and wash them often, I think it really takes about 5 of them, maybe even 6 to really, because I like to get them in different colors. It's so fun. You know, I want a blue one. I don't have a blue one yet, so I've got my regular bra on. I got a pink one. You know all of that, so you know the colors I've got. But I want a blue one. And I want another flesh-colored one. Those are 2 more that I want and need for sure. And so I'll be getting those. So let's see. We had a graduation. It was only an 8th grade graduation. It was our number 5 granddaughter, Peyton. No, her name is not Peyton Marie. Her name is Peyton Starr. Funny story. She had a nanny because my daughter was working a lot, and so I took care of the kids a lot. And then she had a nanny that came in during the day as well, 4 days a week. And so nanny's name was Marie. And so I don't know why and how it happened, but you know how you call your kids by their middle name a lot, and I don't mean as a first name. I mean, like, my name is Connie Sue. My mom would call me Connie Sue. You know, you're in trouble, right? And so Peyton, number 5 granddaughter, ended up being called Peyton Marie. And I don't know why, but it's just sticking in my head right now. Her name is Peyton Starr, and she is a lovely star, and she's going into 9th grade. And she got accepted into the 9th grade cheer in high school, which is very exciting. And she wanted in the varsity, but she wasn't quite good enough, and she knew she wasn't, but she was hoping. So she got into the junior varsity, and she was just complaining and just terrible, and she didn't want to go, and it was terrible all the time. And her mom and dad, for all 6 of the kids, have had this thing where if you start something, you finish it. You don't have to go back the next year or the next quarter or whatever it is. If you've finished your commitment, you don't have to go back the next time if you really don't like it. And so she made her go. And she just got back from cheer camp, and she is in heaven. She's excited. She's excited to go to 9th grade, and she's going to go into the school knowing other kids. And I've seen that happen with Sherry's other kids, and I think it's so important that they don't go in all alone. You know, she knows like 24 people before she even steps foot on campus first day of school. And she may not all know them all to hang out with them, but she can smile and say hi, and they're going to say hi back because they know her too. And so I think that's an awesome thing, and I'm really glad Sherry has done that. And so we have one more to graduate 8th grade, and that's Brooklyn, and she'll be graduating next year. And in next year's graduation, we have Brooklyn graduating 8th grade, and Phoenix, Sherry and Bobby's son, will be graduating high school. And so we've got 2 graduations next year, like, I don't know, days apart. Junior high going into high school, and high school going into life. And so they're all doing awesome. I'm so proud and excited for each of them, as I'm sure many of you are with your grandkids as well. But it's been fun watching them grow up and mature. And when they were little, this is leading to another story. When they were little, we had both grandmas in town, and I really had most of the time with them. It was mostly me. And I loved it, and I, was a big influence in their younger years, being stabilized and they're just everything that it takes from a grandma to get them started. And I knew that when they got older, their other grandma would be more in communication with them. As much as I loved what I had when they were little, I was a little jealous in my head already of thinking about the relationship she was going to have with them when they were older. Now, I have a wonderful relationship with them. They all love me, and they stop in and see me, and they bring me flowers. And my favorite moon is the new moon. And periodically, one of them will call me and say, "Grandma, run outside and look at the moon." Last night, my 19-year-old granddaughter sent me a text with a picture of my moon. And so I know I have a great relationship with them, but their other grandma, on Bobby's mom, she's able to communicate with them in a way that I cannot. And I am so grateful that she can do that. I wish I could, but I give it to her. I'm not going to try and do it and mess it up. She's got the gift, and she has an influence on them, and it's totally a great influence. So I'm not going to get in the way of that. That leads to this story. I just happen to think this. One of the things with my YouTube channel is some people that are close to me see this. And so I'm going to have to refrain from sharing that story. However, what I will tell you is that she is, we both see things in our grandkids' lives, and she has the ability to verbalize either in a good way or in a way that we see that maybe isn't so good. And so I think that in all of that story is that we have both been blessed with awesome relationships with these children. She had them when they were little and had an influence on them as well. And I have an influence today too, but our influence is different. Just a little example, when our oldest granddaughter was about 8th or 9th grade, she was having some challenges with, family. She was reaching out, trying to be her own person. And things in school, and she had somebody that was bullying her. And so she had a lot going on in her life. And the Disney movie came out, Inside Out. You're probably all familiar with it. And so I took her to see that movie. And, it's all about the different personalities that we hold inside ourselves and how they come out and how we can work to control them so they don't come out at inappropriate times. I thought it was a great movie. And so we talked about the movie afterwards. And she remembered going to the movie. She remembered a lot about the movie. And so as you know, Inside Out 2 just came out. And so on June 14th, the day it came out, Flag Day, her and I went to see that movie for Inside Out 2. And I didn't get to spend a lot of time with her because she had to drop me off and go to work. So it wasn't quite like the first one where maybe we got to go out to eat afterwards and all of that. But we had a fun time with the movies, and we had some popcorn and water. And so when the movie was over, I asked her, what did she get out of it? And she said one thing, and I added one thing. She said, which was pivotal and perfect. She said, don't let anxiety take control. Because the new movie was all about bringing in a new personality as this girl, whose also name was Riley, same as my granddaughter. And so she was growing up and becoming a teenager. And so anxiety was coming into her life and into her personality that hadn't been there so much before. And so she said, don't let anxiety take control. And I thought that was so good. And then toward the end of the movie, they said something about just be yourself. And so I added, and just be yourself. And I may not have time for anything but this thought. And so I will come back with an extended fireside chat. And I thought that the message in this movie was really good. And this wasn't where I was going, by the way, with this whole conversation and things I wanted to share with you. But things just come to me. And I think I get the message at the right time a lot of times. And so I just want to share this. And I think that we've all been through a lot of emotions, and we know that there's 5 stages of grief and all of that, and we've been through each of those, or probably have. I don't know that I went through anger, but I went through most of the rest of them. And so I think that the message with Inside Out is the same, and that is, don't let any personality type or any emotion control you. And that we are in control with the help of Jesus. And so if we find that it's controlling us, maybe we can open the Bible and find a new chapter, a new book, or whatever in the Bible that maybe can give us some insight for dealing with that. And then there's all kinds of YouTube videos and stuff on dealing with different emotions that come up and how to deal with them. And so I know for me, anxiety was one of those. And it's not one of the 5 grief things, but anxiety definitely took hold of me. Anxiety, fear. I didn't know what was going to happen, what I was going to do, how was I going to go alone. A lot of those kinds of thoughts. And so in this movie, if you haven't seen it, that anxiety, instead of just sitting there and thinking, instead of it sitting inside her and thinking about it, it exploded, and it took over her, and all of her emotions and all of her conscious and subconscious thoughts were all about anxiety things. What if this, and what if that, and I can't this, and oh, I shouldn't have done that. And toward the end of the movie, it was like this, because the anxiety was so high. And so I think the message for all of us is to don't let any emotion take hold of you to send you out on a tailspin. That we need to be in control. And if we find something that's taking control of us in that we can't seem to come out of it, whatever emotion it is, seek help, whether it's somebody, or a book or an audio or YouTube, something to give us the help that we need to get through whatever emotion that we're hanging on to. So that would be my main thought for today, and I think that's a good fireside chat for today. And I do have some more thoughts I wanted to share, but I really, I don't know. It started with the graduations and led to a message, I think, for you and I both. So I hope you enjoyed our little fireside chat in July. And I'll be back with another one because this is early July. So I'll be back with another fireside chat and we'll pick up where I left off. All right? You guys have an incredible day. Have an incredible week. And remember, if no one else tells you today, I love you. Have an awesome day. Bye for now.